Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if it is your first time here, welcome to my channel. In this video I will be sharing how to make this barbed wire pendant and this coil pendant. We're going to use a chain nose pliers, a flush cutter, a ruler. So I'm going to use a 12 gauge aluminium wire for the base and a 14 gauge for the wrapping, an Allen jaw pliers, a round nose pliers, a jeweler's file, or you can use a nail file or sandpaper, a flat nose pliers, 40 inches of wax cord, and a lighter. You can use whatever cord that you've got. So I'm going to start with the barbed wire pendant. So what you are going to do next is use your nylon jaw pliers to straighten your 12 gauge wire as I'm doing, then cut 6 inches of it. And you are also going to cut 5 inches from the same wire. Then place both wires together as I've done, then begin to twist with your hands. As you can see on my left, one end of the wire is longer than the other, and the longer end of the wire is what you are going to use to make your loop. Next, you are going to use your flat nose pliers and your chain nose pliers to assist you with twisting the wire, and I'm twisting towards my right first. And you don't have to worry about the twist, they don't have to be perfect. So I'm going to twist on the other side until I get to at least 2 inches. So you are going to twist until you've got 2 inches of twisted wire. And I've got 2 inches, so I'm going to stop. Next, you are going to use the longer end of the wire to make a loop. Bend the wire away from you at a 90-degree angle, as I'm doing. Then bring the tail of the wire over the barrel of the round nose pliers. Readjust your pliers, then bring the wire to the back to finish off the loop. Next, you are going to close the loop. Use your flat nose pliers to hold on to the loop, and use the chain nose pliers to wrap the tail of the wire around the base of the loop. Now I'm going to push these wires back to make room for the wrapping. And this is going to be the front of the pendant. Next, you are going to do the barb wrappings, and you are going to wrap close as possible to the loop, and you are going to leave out about a tail of about 1.5 inches. Use your chain nose pliers to squeeze the wire down onto the base wire to secure it. So right here there's a gap between the coils, and I'm just using the chain nose pliers to bring them close together. I'm going to wrap 5 times. Next, you are going to bend the wire like I'm doing and squeeze it down, then trim the excess, and you want to trim as close as possible to the base wire, and then squeeze the end in. I'm going to wrap around the base wire again, and this time I'm wrapping 6 times. Then I'm going to squeeze the wires down just the same and trim the excess. Next, you are going to do another barb wrapping, and this is going to be the last one. So you are going to wrap a total of 7 times. And to finish off the loop, you are going to bend these 2 bottom wires out, and you are going to bring them close to each other. So right here I've observed that the last wrappings, they were facing towards the back and not the front. So I'm going to go ahead and undo the coil at the top, then bring it to the front, squeeze it down, trim the excess, and then squeeze it down again to secure it. I'm also going to go ahead and do the same thing with the coil at the bottom. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to use my chain nose pliers to squeeze the wires down just to make sure that they are secure. And at this point you are going to attach the cord to the pendant. Fold the cord in two, then insert it through the front of the loop and take it to the back. Then insert the front of the cord into the open loop at the back and then pull it down towards the wire loop. Then you are going to bring the right side of the cord over to the left and you are going to hold them close to each other, then make a simple knot. And you are going to do the same thing to the other side. Next you are going to use your lighter to secure the end as I'm doing, and be careful not to burn yourself. Wait until the cord is cool enough before using your fingers to roll it. So I realized that this wire at the bottom was too long, so what I did, I went back in, I opened the wire like I'm doing right here, and then I squeeze it down again and I went ahead and I trim the excess and then I close it down properly. Then right here I'm just using the file to smooth down the wires at the back. Next we are going to make this pendant, and this pendant was made with bare copper wire. So I'm going to use 34 inches of 14 gauge bare copper wire, a drill, a round nose pliers, a flush cutter, and a chain nose pliers. So what you are going to do next is bring the wire together as I've done right here. Then use your round nose pliers to make a loop at the top of the wire. Then you are going to open the jaws of the drill, then place the wires inside of it, then close it. And to keep the wire stretched, I'm going to use a marker to do so. Then I'm going to start drilling slow, and I'm going to keep it at that pace until I've finished. Once I'm satisfied with the twist, I'm going to remove it and I'm going to trim the excess from where the loop was made and from where the bend was made. Next, I'm going to use a third step on the bail making pliers to coil the wire. Place the wire between the bars of the bail making pliers, then twist your hand away from you to start making a loop. Then place the wires next to each other like this. So when you twist away from you, you are going to release your grip of the pliers. When you bring the pliers towards you, you are going to grip the wire again to make another coil. Next, you are going to use your chain nose pliers to sort of bring the end in, and then you are going to take your file, or you can use a sanding block or a piece of sandpaper or a nail file to smooth the end. Next, you are going to use your chain nose pliers to make a bail or a loop, if you want to call it that, so you can attach the cord to. At this point, you are going to place your chain nose pliers at the middle of the top coil, then you are going to bend it up. And this is where you are going to attach the cord. Next, you are going to attach the cord the same way like you did with the first pendant. I hope this video was helpful. And if it is your first time here, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.